Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW as College 56 Sports proudly presents NCAA Division I Athletics. This afternoon, it's women's volleyball action as the Eastern Michigan University Eagles come to town to take on the IPFW Mastodons. Hi again, everybody. I'm Ryan Perrott. So glad you've joined us today. With me, my broadcast partner, Mark Franke. Mark, it has been a difficult week for head coach Kelly Hartley and the Mastodons. They lost a heartfelt, heart-wrenching 5-set match to Ball State earlier in the week. Last night, they dropped a match to IUPUI on the road in 4. This is their third match in 5 days. Do they have anything left in the tank?
I think fatigue can be an issue today, Ryan, because it affects execution, and IPFW needs solid technical execution in order to win today.
The Eagles of Eastern Michigan University come into tonight's match 14-1. They're perfect, 3-0 in the MAC conference. How good is this team?
This is a very good team. They beat Ball State last night, and Ball State was favored to win the MAC. They're very, very good, and their statistics show it.
Coming up, we'll have the starting lineups in the first serve. You're watching IPFW Women's Volleyball right here on College 56 Sports.
That vote was all right.
You know, if she continues to spill product at a rate of 3 per hour, unit cost, say 60 cents. Factor in breakage, downtime, lost sales, you're looking at $2,400 a month. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
When you think of colleges and universities holding homecoming celebrations, what pops into your mind? How about lots of fun on-campus activities for current students and special events for the alums? That's what will be taking place the week of November 17th at IPFW as it celebrates its 3rd homecoming week. Join me, Jeanette Liu, for IPFW Up Close this month, and we'll find out what's being planned for the big party. Watch IPFW Up Close Sundays at noon on College Cable Access Channel 56.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW. Alongside Mark Franke, this is Ryan Perrott calling the action in this afternoon's women's volleyball matchup between the Eastern Michigan University Eagles and the IPFW Mastodons. A look at the starting lineup for EMU, who come into this afternoon's match with a 14-1 record. They're 3-0 in the MAC. There's a look at starting setter Lauren Viney out of Dayton, Ohio. Katie Wagonmaker, middle blocker, 6-foot senior. Emily Bush, middle blocker, 5'11", junior out of Toledo, Ohio. Ashley Cudley, the DS out of LaPorte, Indiana. Becky Voltaire, outside hitter, 6'1", junior out of Canada. Bethany Piccolini, 6-foot junior out of Ohio. And a look at head coach Kim Barrington in her 8th season, 6th at EMU, 67-94 record, 170 and 170 overall. Starting lineup now for the IPFW Mastodons, number 13 setting, Lindy Bankowski. Kirsta Solberg on the outside, number 8. Nicole Howell starting as well, number 2 for IPFW. Lindsey Brammer in the middle, 6-foot junior out of Yorkton, Indiana. Fabiana Souza out of Belo Horizonte, Brazil. Janelle Pollard, outside hitter. And Sarah Leffers, the libero for IPFW. Head coach Kelly Hartley in her 5th season here at the helm of the Mastodons. She's assisted by first-year assistant coach Steve Florio. Mark, 9-8 record for IPFW. The last time we saw IPFW back in late August was during the second annual invitational tournament here at IPFW. They were 3-1 at that point. They're 9-8 now. As we mentioned in the opening, a very tough week. 2 tough matches, one to Ball State earlier in the week, and then last night to IUPUI. How do you think they can bounce back this afternoon against a very good EMU team?
Well, EMU had a big win last night to knock off the top team, or at least preseason favorite in the MAC. So emotionally, they might be fragile if we can go at them right away.
We're underway at the Gate Sports Center. And that ball is put into the net by number 3, Katie Wagenmaker. IPFW with the first point.
I think it's important. I'm sorry, Ryan.
Go ahead. And serving is Kirsta Solberg.
I think it's important to get a couple points early so that they have to fight to come back.
Backslide hit wide. Another point, 2-0 IPFW. Crucial start. A good start is crucial to which team, Mark?
More so for IPFW, I think.
Short serve, Solberg on the left side. Nice shot. Jennifer Niswander. She is the senior star of this EMU team out of Essex, Ontario, Canada. Leads the team in kills. 2-1 Dons leading early. Nice up in the back by Niswander. IPFW in transition. Perfect pass by Leffers. Brammer dug up by Viney. Bankowski backs at the Howell. Nice coverage, Brammer. Left side, Souza. And she sneaks it through the block. Nice shot by Fabiana Souza gives IPFW a 3-1 lead.
That was a good rally for our transition offense, Ryan. We used all 3 hitters in the front row during that rally.
Nicole Howell, the freshman, back in the starting lineup. And there's a hitting error. 4-1 IPFW. You mentioned, Mark, to me off air before we came on, that this could be a difficult match for EMU to play after coming off such a huge high against Ball State last night.
Yeah, you would just expect that. Ball State's in the MAC with Eastern Michigan, and that was a big win for them, and we're a non-conference opponent.
Off the hands, IPFW, nice touch. In transition, Pollard, left side. Nice cover by Howell. Into the middle, Brammer jams it off the block. Nice pickup by Cudley.
I like that middle offense on transition. We haven't done enough of that this year.
Oh, a little pinball defense by the Eagles. And Bankowski shoots it over on 2 for a point. Nice play by IPFW. 5-1 in the lead here in game 1.
Very intelligent setter dump on that by Lindy Bankowski.
Still serving number 2, Nicole Howell, the freshman out of Bishop Lures here in Fort Wayne, and a service ace.
Wow, that was nasty. That was a spinner. We are serving aggressively.
That's her 27th service ace on the season. That ties her with the team lead with Fabiana Souza. Nice jump serve. A lot of topspin and a service reception error for EMU. Another point IPFW. They lead 7-1.
Did Lisa Horman give us an ace on that? Give Howell an ace? She got 2? Doesn't show there, does it, on that? We don't have it on our stat display.
And there's a service error. But a nice run for Nicole Howell and IPFW. 7-2 lead. Back serving for EMU number 3, Katie Wagenmaker. The senior, 5'10" senior out of Michigan. Left side, Pollard. Nobody up. Great set by Lindy Bankowski.
Pollard is not very tall, so she's usually hitting against blocks that are much higher than her. And she has to be a smart hitter, and she showed it right there coming inside that block.
Checking into the back line, a look at number 5, Ashley Roth, sophomore out of Leo High School here in Leo, Indiana. Tight pass.
Oh, we weren't ready for that. We were not ready.
And miscommunication there between Janelle Pollard and Claire Jackson. Claire Jackson back into the starting lineup for IPFW. Earlier in the training camp, she dislocated her right pinky finger. There's a tight pass and easy lift called on Lindy Bankowski. Good time to, on Ashley Roth. Good time to introduce our number 1 official, Dave Sines, who's assisted by Lauren Gebert on the floor. Tough serve, IPFW in disarray, free ball EMU. And a setter dump Nicely done there by Lauren Viney.
We've got some confusion out there. We had some players run into each other. This is a very non-traditional offensive alignment. If we have time, I'll explain that.
Modified 6-2.
Heavily modified.
Tight set Souza. And she tools the block. Just to get back to Claire Jackson in the middle for IPFW. Now that she's returned to the starting lineup for IPFW, gives head coach Kelly Hartley some balance in the middle. Jackson and now Brammer will share duties, and they've been able to put Fabiana Souza to the opposite position.
She's in the opposite position, but in fact plays next to the setter, which is really strange. The opposite means opposite the setter or 3 away.
Gives Fabiana Souza more opportunities to swing on the pin. Combination play, nice dig in the backcourt. Voltaire. Roth, back set, and Pollard is blocked at the net. Nicely done there by Niswander and Bush.
What that offense does is allow us to have two opposite, Kirsta Stolberg and Fabiana Souza, in the lineup at the same time. They hit mostly from the left side, though, which is also unusual for an opposite.
9-7 IPFW. Dug up in the backcourt by Voltaire. Left side, Niswander is going to get a kill.
Our offense, Ryan, is the kind that would drive me nuts when I'm charting on the bench and the other team comes out with something like this. It's not as usual in the men's game to see something this radically different, but it's a smart move, and I'll explain why Coach Hartley went to this when I get a chance.
Roth sets left. No heat behind that by Solberg. Backslide, and getting that kill, number 4, Emily Bush. Nice. This is a very balanced EMU team for head coach Kim Barrington. Jennifer Niswander leads the team in kills, but number 2 is Emily Bush on the team. They will see a lot of sets this afternoon. And that shot catches the line by Solberg. Nice shot, it's 10-9 IPFW. Back to serve Janelle Pollard.
We're giving Eastern Michigan a lot of looks in the front line there with the way the hitters are lining up.
Backslide, see you later, Emily Bush. Great shot there. Bush, 100 coming into this afternoon's match, 187 kills. Niswander had 191 kills up to this point.
And she had, 60-some attempts last night against Ball State.
Shank pass, Howell goes and gets it. Souza, and into the bottom of the net, unforced error. Last night, speaking of which, EMU defeated Ball State in 5 thrilling sets, 15-10 in the 5th. Niswander, 63 set attempts. She had 21 kills, hit 25%. Off-speed shot is going to score for Nicole Howell. Ties things up at 11.
This is a critical point in this game for us, Ryan, because we had the lead. We've given it back. They've taken it back, tied us, and we're kind of in a situation now that if we break, we'll be behind the 8 ball for the rest of the match. So we need to stay with them right here.
Wagon Maker down the line off the block for a point, 12-11 EMU. IPFW played IUPUI last night, and they lost in 4 on the road. 2 losses back-to-back in a week. See if they can get off the schneid here this afternoon. Dug up in the back nicely by Cudley, the libero for EMU. And Niswander tees off on the left side.
We need a back row option there, Ryan, because we have our whole offense loaded to the left here.
Okay. Lauren Viney, the setter, serving for EMU. Into the middle. That's a tight set. Ball did not clear for Brammer. 4 contacts called by Dave Sines. And it's now a 3-point lead for EMU, 14-11 here in game 1.
If we give him another point, Coach Hartley's going to have to call timeout, I think.
Short serve. Solberg, nice pass. Howell is rejected. Off the block, another point EMU, and there's that timeout, Mark Franke. EMU leading IPFW 15-11. We'll take a break. You're watching IPFW Women's Volleyball here on College 56 Sports. 15-12, EMU leading IPFW in game one. IPFW got a point to make it 15-12. Now a stuff block, 15-13, EMU here in the lead. Kirsta Solberg continuing to serve. In the middle, nice up, Leffers. Look out, another up, Leffers. Howell off speed. Oh, is that a dig? Cundy, what an up, and Coach Hartley's furious. And Brammer jams it off the block. Oh, what an up by the libero for EMU. Ashley Cudley able to get her paw underneath the ball, keeping it off the floor. IPFW 3 straight after the timeout by Hartley. Back set. There's a put away, number 10, Becky Voltaire. Number 7, Jennifer Niswander, the serve. The 5'10 senior out of Essex, Ontario, Canada, having a phenomenal year. Not only does she leads the team offensively, but also defensively. 227 digs on the season. Service area gives point and possession to IPFW. Nicole Howell to serve. She had a couple service aces last time. This one into the net, 2 in a row there.
Kind of like shooting free throws in basketball, Ryan. You take a little more time, take a breath, and make sure you get it in, and then worry about making it tough.
Wagonmaker serving for EMU. Short serve, passed up by Solberg. Souza off the hands. Nice soft block, Viney. Left side, and unable to connect with Souza. Great shot there by number 8, Bethany Piccolini.
Eastern Michigan seems to be working on Kirsta Solberg as a serving target.
Another
say that, they go somewhere else.
In transition, the Eagles in the middle. See ya. Emily Bush over the top and down. 19-15, IPFW. Troubles here on service reception, giving up some free points. Another short serve, IPFW. Shanks another one. You're gonna have to adjust on this short serving by
Yeah, so they went after Kirsta Solberg there again. They've been working. I thought they were just doing it when she was front row, but they're doing it when she's back row as well. Ooh.
And that one off the
chin.
Off the chin of Leffers. Little combination play. And shooting it over. Ooh. Sneaky play there by Lauren Viney, going on one, just missing on the corner.
She deserved to get that because we were not home on defense.
Wow. IPFW trailing by 4, 2016 here in game one. We're glad you're with us this Saturday afternoon on College 56 Sports with Mark Franke. I'm Ryan Perrott. Women's volleyball action.
I think, Ryan, the strongest part of our game right now has been our serving because it's really kept their passing to the point where they can't run much offense.
Well, checking the numbers, EMU hitting 15%, IPFW 14%. And the tap down by number 4, Emily Bush. Back to serve now, Becky Voltaire for EMU, 14-1 on the year. Their only blemish, a loss to Montana State. They're 3-0 in the MAC after that amazing 5-set victory last night at home to Ball State. And there's a hitting error by Souza. A lot of unforced errors by IPFW. That's their 5th hitting error. It's now 22-17 EMU. Training assistant trainer Scotty Knurr, you take a look at him there in the background. Great story for Scotty and his wife Jennifer Knurr. Back on September the 11th of this year, Jennifer gave birth to a baby girl, 6 pounds, 2 ounces. Claire Elizabeth Knurr, and talking to Scotty, he's elated. I'm sure that his wife Jennifer and son Parker will be in the building sometime this afternoon if they get the opportunity. But we here at College 56 Sports and the IPFW athletic community, we'd like to extend our grandest congratulations to Scotty Knurr and his wife Jennifer on the birth of their baby girl earlier this year, Claire Elizabeth Jackson. Congratulations to both Scotty.
Certainly congratulations to Scotty and Jen, but Parker doesn't like it in here. It's too loud for him, and I don't blame him. If I didn't have these heavy earpieces on, I think it'd be too loud for me too.
It's that warm-up music. It pumps people up.
He doesn't like the music. He says it's too loud.
Congratulations to both Jennifer and Scotty on the birth of Claire Elizabeth Knurr. We'll see if she turns out to be a sports trainer like Papa Scotty. 22-17, EMU leading in game one. Good start by IPF, look out. And Claire Jackson takes Jennifer Niswander to the beauty parlor on that shot. 22-18, a good start by IPFW, squandered. They've let a couple points get away easily off of serve reception. Their best aspect of their game has been their serving. Chance for IPFW here. Souza plays it over. Nice dig. Pollard, left side. Off the hands, Niswander is there. Backslide, Bush. Nice play, Leffers, who leads IPFW on digs during the course of the year. Off-speed score. Great shot, Janelle Pollard. She has that in her arsenal.
She's really a shot maker. She's not a power hitter, but she can't be at her size. So she's a shot maker, an intelligent hitter, and that's exactly what she needs to be.
IPFW trailing by 3. What a jump float that is by Souza, who tees off. 22-20. Fabiana Souza, who has dismissed the topspin jump serve and gone to that jump floater, which you see a lot of now in not only international play, but collegiately. Takes a little off that one. Nice pass, Cudley the libero. Tight pass, Jackson. And Leffers shovels it over. Viney, high set. Piccolini is blocked. And a hitting error there by Emily Bush. IPFW now have crept to within one, 22-21.
Eastern Michigan is not executing real well, and a lot of it is just being emotionally down from the big win last night, I think. We need to take advantage of that on the IPFW side.
IPFW now out hitting EMU 15% to 12%.
Neither percentage is very good. Both teams are tired.
Down the line goes Piccolini. On the season, IPFW hitting about 18%, for EMU 23%. Service error gives point of possession to IPFW. They trail by 1, 23-22. Janelle Pollard serving for IPFW. In the front line for the Dons, Nicole Hauer, Claire Jackson, and Kirsta Solberg blocking the right side.
We're vulnerable on the, their right side, but they didn't go there. Here they go. And behind the setters, a good place for them there because our two freshmen are together. And that would be you'd think the weakest part of the block simply because of the lack of experience.
8 hitting errors now for EMU. They have 12 kills, hitting 11%. Chance for IPFW to take the lead. Solberg, got it. Kirsta Solberg, second on the IPFW squad in kills at 184. 2.8 a game. And IPFW has retaken the lead. And Lauren Giebert's going to call a net violation on number 2, Nicole Howell. 24 all in crucial game 1. Checking into the EMU lineup, Elizabeth Shatsky. She's checked into the backcourt to play some defense. Serving, Bush. Solberg handcuffed. Roth out of the back line, Souza. And begging for a touch is Souza, but that's out of bounds. Point to the Eagles. 25-24. Deep serve now, wow. Continuing to work on Solberg. Chasing is Voltaire. Transition, Dons. Nice combination run by Ashley Roth. Perfect set to Solberg, who puts it away. We're tied at 25. Good execution there, Mark, offensively for IPFW.
Yeah, we're making good decisions setting, and that's really important to make the right decision because it should be your highest percentage shot when you do that.
And a service ace for Bankowski, going right after Niswander. And IPFW regains the lead on that service ace by Lindy Bankowski. It's 26-25 IPFW. Learn more about IPFW sports by tuning into the Mastodon Spotlight each Wednesday or Thursday evenings on College 56. Host Mike Maas reviews recent sporting activities, looks at games footage, and visits with coaches and players. That's Mastodon Spotlight, Wednesday at 11 o'clock p.m., Thursdays at 7 o'clock p.m., and even on Saturdays at noon, right here on College Cable Access Channel 56. IPFW 26, Eastern Michigan University 25. A look at the IPFW men's volleyball squad on this gorgeous Saturday afternoon. Decent crowd on hand as the baseball playoffs are going on, so all the Cubby fans are at home watching their series with the Atlanta Braves.
The Giants just came back to tie the Marlins.
Is that right?
Yeah, so that's, I think, 5-5 now. Yankees are still up 3-1.
We'll try to keep you posted throughout the afternoon.
And I'll try very hard to pay attention to volleyball while the playoffs are going on. It's like you win the Stanley Cup, right, Ryan?
Which hockey season starts next Wednesday.
Well, the Stanley Cup doesn't occur till July or something, so you're out of season by the time that happens.
26-25, Bankowski after a service ace, serving it up, backslide, great block by Brammer in the middle.
Nice technique. She extended her hands over the net. That ball never got on our side.
Brammer, the best blocker on IPFW, 47 coming into today's match. 27-25, IPFW, they led big early, 7-1. They gave up a lead halfway through game one. Now they've regained the lead, and that shot catches the line. Katie Wagonmaker. Restore some order for the Eagles. We trail by one.
We're in a situation now, if we side out every time, we'll win this game.
Lauren Viney, deep float serve. Leffers passes up. Howell off speed. Nice play by Viney. And she'll take a cut at it from the back line. IPFW keeps it in play. Viney will set. Back set. Voltaire. And she hits it wide. 9 attacking errors for EMU. 6 for IPFW. They've now fallen below 10%. EMU, IPFW hitting 17% for the match. 2-point lead, 28-26. Kirsta Solberg to serve. Backslide. Surprising that Viney's not setting Niswander on the left side. She tries to dump on 2 to no avail. Howell.
She's working against Nicole Howell, is what she's doing.
Niswander, tip. Bankowski reads that perfectly. Souza on the right side, nice dig. Shatsky, trouble for EMU. Chance here to score. Howell takes a rip. And the #1 official is going to call 4 contacts.
Dave Sines said it didn't clear, yeah.
Didn't clear the net. 4 contacts called on IPFW. It's 28-27. Don still leading. Niswander serving. In the middle, Brammer is dug nicely by Niswander. She'll take a swing and got it. It's surprising to me when she was in the front row, she didn't get set. Now she's in the back row and transition. She gets the set and the kill. We're tied at 28. Head coach Kelly Hartley wants to talk things over at 28 all.
That was what I was talking about earlier, Ryan, where we needed to side out each time and we'd win. We did not get the side out there, although it was more because of a great defensive play on the Eastern Michigan side than anything that we didn't do right on the IPFW side. But when they turned it around and got the point, now we have a tie game. No team can win by siding out. You've got to score a real point, a defensive point, in order to win now.
What do you think Coach Hartley's scheming up here at for the end of game one?
Well, she's her offense, I think, is clicking. She's probably going to work in terms of blocking and defense to get the point when they're serving. I mean, when we're serving, so that we can get that 1-point advantage again. I don't think it's our offense. I think it's more our backcourt defense where we're a little weak right now.
And if you're Kim Barrington, do you still serve Kirsta Solberg?
I think she's gotten
coming
away
out of this
from that.
timeout especially.
Yeah, we'll see if she goes after Kirsta Solberg here. And we'll see then if the offense, when they're on offensive, it goes over Nicole Howell again.
Niswander to serve, 28 all,
right
crucial game one, and they do serve Solberg. Souza on the left side is roofed off the face by number 15, Lindsay Piccolini, the sister of Bethany. And now game point for EMU. Kristen Mann's going to check into the lineup for IPFW for Nicole Howell. IPFW needs a pass in a big way here. Solberg, Brammer, and Mann are up front for IPFW. Decent pass. Here's Mann off the bench. Souza's going to see it on the left side. Off the hands, chance to score. Backslide. Oh, miscommunication, and that ball is going to sail long. Some miscommunication there by Lindsay Piccolini and Lauren Viney. Hitting error, number 10 for EMU, 29 all. Mann will check out. Nicole Howell, the best server, will come back in. She's missed 2 in a row. Let's see if she can spin one in here, Mark Franke.
She needs to take her time.
In jump serve posture. Here it comes. She spins it in. Backslide. Off the hands. Nice play by Souza. Pollard. Dug by Niswander. And shoveling over on one is Viney, catching IPFW, napping in the backcourt. Smart play by Lauren Viney.
She almost got away with that a little bit earlier, and I guess we didn't learn our lesson from it.
Game point number 2 for the Eagles of Eastern Michigan University. Katie Wagonmaker with the float serve. Short. Tight pass, Bankowski.
Nice.
And
set.
Souza
Nice
able to sneak one through. Tight set there by Libby Bankowski.
Yeah.
And Kim Barrington up off the bench thinking that had to be called for a double contact.
There had to be something there, you'd think, but she did it cleanly.
30 all. Ashley Roth to serve. Piccolini is blocked. Dump coming. Smart read by Leffers. Here comes Pollard on the left. Got it! Sneaking it through the block, Janelle Pollard. And now IPFW has game point.
We were not ready on the net again. That's twice that's happened.
And Coach Barrington wants to call timeout. 31-30. IPFW with the lead. EMU 15 kills, 10 errors. They're hitting just under 10%. IPFW 15 kills, 9 errors, 12%. If you're Ashley Roth, what are you thinking going back to serve?
Hopefully she's not thinking about serving right now. She gets what, 8 seconds or something once the whistle blows, so there's plenty of time to think about it then. It needs to be in. It can't be a lollipop, but it's got to be in, so you don't want to get too aggressive with it. Our blocking is done fairly well there, but we need to be more alert at the net, more aggressive when the ball comes over on the first or second ball by Eastern Michigan.
If you're EMU, what's coming?
I think I would probably go over our freshman middle blocker right now, Claire Jackson, if they can. But they're going to need a good pass to do that.
Crucial game 1. A nail-biter here. 31-30. IPFW in the lead. This is the best 3 of 5 game match. The first 4 games we rallied to 30, but you must win by 2 and there's no cap. If we get to a game 5, we played a 15 rally score, a point per play. No cap as well. Ashley Roth to serve it in.
She needs to come behind here now. No.
Let's see, the backslide. Dug up, overpass. Setting left, tight set, Piccolini cuts it. Chance here for IPFW, back set, Souza. And net violation gonna be called on EMU, and that's game 1. IPFW takes it 32-30. What a seesaw matchup in game 1, IPFW and EMU. We're gonna take a break and come back with some stats and get ready for game 2. After this, you're watching IPFW Women's Volleyball right here on College 56 Sports.
That vote was all right. But the next one.
You know, if she continues to spill product at a rate of 3 per hour, unit cost, say 60 cents. Factor in breakage, downtime, lost sales, you're looking at $2,400 a month. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
We, the people of the United States, in order
to form a more perfect union, establish justice,
ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense,
promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty
to ourselves and our posterity. do ordain and establish
this Constitution for the United States of America.
Government receives its power from the people. Do your part. Vote.
For the best coverage of IPFW athletics, please tune in to Mastodon Spotlight each week here on College Cable Access Channel 56. Hi, I'm Mike Maz, your host. We talk with student athletes, coaches, and others involved in IPFW athletics. Whether it's softball, volleyball, baseball, basketball, or whatever, the best way to catch IPFW athletics is to tune in to Mastodon Spotlight each week here on College Cable Access Channel 56.
IPFW 32, Eastern Michigan 30. Game 1 results in crucial Game 1. IPFW able to battle back and take Game 1. Mark Franke, look at the first game statistics.
We talked about the hitting statistic the whole game, and neither team hit very well. We had a +2 on the IPFW side there. Serving, we had 4 aces to Eastern Michigan's 1. But IPFW had 3 errors to Eastern Michigan's 2. So there's another +2. Eastern Michigan wins the blocking matchup 2-1. So there's a 3-point differential right there.
Head coach Kelly Hartley delighted after taking Game 1 here at home against a very talented EMU Eagles squad. 14-1 on the season, 3-0 in the MAC, coming off a huge victory at Ball State last night. And we talked about it, Mark, from the opening, that this could be a very difficult match for them to play. And this is a good match for IPFW to play because EMU could be looking elsewhere.
Exactly. Plus, we always want to play well against the MAC because that's a very good volleyball conference, and that helps our experience and our reputation across the country.
We're set for Game 2, IPFW to serve things up, and a service ace for Bankowski. Number 5 for IPFW, and that's her second. 1-0 IPFW. Playing where they left off from Game 1, another deep float serve. Backslide is roofed at the net by Howell and Brammer. 2-0 IPFW. That one's going to sail along 2-1. Now IPFW in the lead.
You don't want a service error there, Ryan, after having an ace and a block. A service error just kind of takes the wind out of your sails, so to speak.
Fabiana Souza and Kirsta Solberg lead IPFW in kills at 4 apiece. Emily Bush has 5. Jennifer Neiswander has 4 for EMU. That shot by Kirsta Solberg sneaks through the block. IPFW on top by 2, 3-1. Kirsta Solberg will serve. MVP of the Cleveland State Invitational Tournament a couple weeks back. Neiswander, and there's a net violation. For IPFW, it's now 3-2. Jennifer Neiswander on the season, hitting 3.75 kills a game. Last night, she had over 60 attempts. This afternoon, so far, only 10. And she has to see more balls, probably.
Well, that might be deliberate, though, Ryan. If she had 63 swings last night, she's probably got a tender shoulder. They may be trying to move the offense a little away from her, balance it some more, so that they don't overstrain the shoulder and the arm.
Great off-speed shot by Fabiana Souza, 4-2, Dons leading. We'll see if that changes for Kim Barrington's squad. If the #1 offensive player on the team sees more balls.
Wow.
Great serve by Howell. Well, she's starting to see a lot of balls here early in Game 2. Off-speed, easily dig by Souza. Eagles in transition, backslide. And that's going to come over cleanly. And over the top and down goes Katie Wagonmaker for EMU. Neiswander will serve for the Eagles. Having a fantastic senior year. Talking to Kim Barrington before the match, he said she is the best all-around player on the team.
I think if fatigue is an issue, as we talked about earlier, Ryan, we'll see it in two areas. One is more service errors, the other are net errors, blockers in the net.
And down the hatch goes Katie Wegenmaker. You'd think that this being the third match in 5 days for IPFW, that they would be a little more fatigued, but so far they look fresh. Float serve coming for Wegenmaker. Tight pass, Roth, smart play to let it go. She's back row. Off the hands, great soft block by Jackson. Souza will swing down the line, another kill for her. That's her 6th kill of the afternoon. However, she has 5 errors.
Eastern Michigan was not ready at the net there because they could have come right back on our back row setter. She couldn't have even touched the ball, made a blocking attempt at all, and she was up in the air.
Tough jump floater by Souza. Bush keeps it in play. Roth out to the pin. Pollard tools the block. Great shot, Janelle Pollard. And it's a 3-point cushion for IPFW at 7-4. All the energy on the side of the Dons. The Eagles quiet. Barrington now off the bench. Great short serve. Chance for a score. Pollard off speed. Nicely done. And miscommunication there. Piccolini backed in to Bush. Another point to IPFW on a roll, 8-4. And Souza jams that one into the middle of the net.
Now that the teams have switched sides, Ryan, the Eastern Michigan is on the side we're sitting at, we can see the topspin on our serves, where those balls drop.
Back set Pollard. And she's going to be blocked at the net for a point. Any theory to which side is the better side?
Blake Sebring has a theory. Let's see, the side that IPFW is on right now always loses, I think was his theory.
Nice set by Ashley Roth through the pin. Ball dug up, and that one sizzles the pits of Claire Jackson for a point. It's 8-7. That service error by Souza now crucial, 2 in a row for EMU.
Little unhappiness in the IPFW bench in the stands over that set. They thought it had been mishandled.
Nice dig by Niswander, and the put away, 3 in a row after the service error by Souza, 8-all. EMU has battled back. Shades of game 1 where IPFW got off to that big lead. EMU battled back to tie. Here we are in game 2 at the same stage, 8-all. Nice pass by Solberg. 3 balls in a row from her, off speed, great up by Piccolini. Lindsay. Tight ball here, Souza will down ball it over. Lindsay Piccolini with the dig. Here's sister Bethany. Dug up in the backcourt by Leffers. Out of the back line, Souza. And Emily Bush unable to control that play. Point and possession to IPFW. 9-8 here in game 2.
I think, Ryan, that defensively we're giving them the deep court. And I know it's partly by design, but not entirely.
Another shank pass, service ace, IPFW. Nice job by Janelle Pollard, IPFW. They're serving, been their best part of their game this afternoon with their scrappiness on defense in transition, and an unforced error there into the net. And head coach Kim Barrington doesn't like what she sees. Says, you gotta be kidding me. 11-8, IPFW in game 2. Tight pass, Viney. Smart play by Solberg. Out of the back line, Souza. Swinging, Baltair. And she gets the kill for EMU. And she'll go back to serve.
Our transition defense was better there, but we tend to be sucked up into the court too much on transition. But that time we were back far, then the ball landed in front. So it shows you what I know about it.
Ooh, that, yes.
Yeah, there's no way that should be allowed.
Easy call for Dave Sines, a throw on one hand I'd like to see Ashley Roth get up and go set that ball with 2 hands instead of 1. Everybody tries to be fancy, especially with the tight sets, the tight passes rather. Setters they tend to use that 1 hand instead of going and get it with 2. Better control with 2. Chance to score around the horn and down. Emily Bush. We're tied at 11.
So they went after our freshman blockers again. I think for success, Eastern Michigan needs to keep doing that.
Substitution for IPFW number 12, Kristen Mann will come in for the freshman, Nicole Howell. So Mann's into the front line with Claire Jackson and Ashley Roth. Ball dug up, Niswander, and a net violation being called on number 5, I believe.
8?
Or no, maybe it's 8. It's Kirsten Solberg.
She's in the back row, isn't she?
Couldn't read the hands for Lauren Gebert. Net violation nonetheless. 12-11 EMU. Off speed. Oh, Solberg is in the front line.
Yeah, she is.
And that shot is out of bounds.
That's too bad about that net call because Sarah Lefferts was in perfect position inside that block and she dug the ball perfectly. She did everything right, and then an error. Like I said, the net errors are going to occur as you get more and more tired. Maybe that's part of it.
Senior Sarah Leffers, the 5'6" libero, and she's done a magnificent job at the libero position for IPFW. She leads the team in that position, but more from the leadership standpoint for Kelly Hartley and the Dons. The libero position, the off colors for each team, white for EMU, blue for IPFW. Nice pass by Leffers, back set Solberg down the line, out of bounds, but a net violation going to be called on number 7, Jennifer Niswander.
Somebody was in the net.
Believe it.
Yeah, might not have been Niswander, but somebody was in the net.
You ask any volleyball player, they're never in the net,
That's
Mark.
Right. Never in the net.
13 all. And the dump, Lauren Vining. She is very aggressive. 3 kills for her. The hitting percentage is back up now for both teams. Both teams at 16%. IPFW 22 kills, 10 errors. EMU 25 kills, 13 errors. Vining serving Souza in the middle. See you later. Nice shot by Lindsay Brammer. Lindsay Brammer, she doesn't see a lot of balls, but she's hitting for a nice percentage.
EMU's percentage this game is 33%. That's way above respectable. That's a nice percentage.
Look at number 12, Kristen Mann, the freshman out of Richmond, Indiana. And double contact going to be called on Lindsay Brammer. And Kelly Hartley doesn't like it.
It's technical timeout.
And a technical timeout now being called at 15. EMU leading IPFW 15-14. We'll take a break. You're watching IPFW Women's Volleyball right here on College 56 Sports.
Hi. I was wondering if you wanted to go out maybe or something, if you had time.
I can tell by your excitable behavior and verbal faux pas that you have generalized anxiety with paranoid tendencies. It would never work.
Okay, thanks.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
IPFW took game 1 32-30. They trail here in game 2 15-14 to Eastern Michigan University. Tight set, Pollard off the block. Great shot, Janelle Pollard. That's her 5th kill on the afternoon. We're tied at 15. Claire Jackson will check into the front line for IPFW. Ashley Roth into the back line and will serve for the Mastodons. 15 all in game 2. Deep float serve on Cudley. Out of the back line, Niswander. Played up by Leffers, Roth, Pollard. And down the line, number 10, Becky Bull-Pear.
Great shot. She came in, brought it across her body, went down the line because we were blocking inside. Great shot.
A nice libero battle for both IPFW and EMU. Leffers with 12 digs, Cudley with 10. And that ball is blasted into the bottom of the net by Fabiana Sosa. She didn't have a good chance to take a rip at that ball, but she did anyway. And a hitting error, number 6 for her. 7 kills, 6 errors for Sosa. It's a 2-point lead for the Eagles. Perfect pass, Solberg in the middle, Jackson. Niswander with a dig. And a great shot by Lindsay Piccolini on the right side. 3-point cushion, 18-15. Wagonmaker.
Come on, defense, come on, defense.
Continuing to serve for the Eagles. A chance to score. And
Off the
Pollard
block.
gets it off the block and off the pin. Out of bounds, point in possession, IPFW. 18-16 EMU.
Got a little technical blocking coaching there. Turn the ball in.
And that ball is going to be called out of bounds. Just missing down the line, 19-16. What does IPFW, Mark, have to do to get back into game 2 here?
Same thing we did in game 1.
Nice pass, Roth to Pollard. Off speed is going to score. Smart shot by Janelle Pollard. Her offensive game, she's so diverse in the array of shots that she has. It's very hard to defend that.
I wasn't being facetious when you asked me that question earlier. I think we need to do it with blocking and defense. Boy, that ball comes out of their hands funny, doesn't it?
And a great shot over the top, number 4, Claire Jackson, a freshman out of Southside High School here in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Our offense, I think, is clicking very well, even though the hitting percentage isn't real high.
And look out, Kristen Mann got caught up that time watching the volleyball instead of the player. Number 20 on the board for EMU, 2018. Tough pass, Solberg, she'll spin it wide. Unforced error for IPFW. And we don't keep those statistics as unforced errors, but I'm sure both teams have high amounts of unforced errors, Mark.
Absolutely.
Tight pass, that's going to be called another throw. Every time Ashley Roth goes up to set that ball one-handed, Dave Sines not liking it whatsoever. Ashley Roth can't believe it, but it's a good call every time. 22-18, a 4-point lead for EMU. Short serve, tight pass. Oh, Bush doesn't take a swing. Niswander down the line and out of bounds. That paid off for EMU in the end. And head coach Kelly Hartley wants to talk things over. 5-point lead for EMU here in game 2. You can do more than just sit on the sidelines. Participate in the excitement of Mastodon Athletics by joining the Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons is IPFW's official athletic booster organization. Members enjoy priority seating at IPFW sporting events and visits by the coaches and food and refreshments in the hospitality room. For more information about the Royal Dons, call 260-481-6643 or write to Royal Dons Club, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805, or go to the IPFW Athletics website at www.ipfw.edu/athletics. 23-18, Eastern Michigan on top here in game 2. IPFW leads this best-of-5 match, 1-0. A nice look at our Saturday afternoon crowd here at the Hilliard Gates Sports Center on the campus of IPFW. We're glad you're with us here on College 56 Sports with Mark Franke. I'm Ryan Perrott.
I try to listen into the Eastern Michigan huddle during that timeout, but little Parker's right. The music's too loud. I couldn't overhear what the coaches were telling them. But I think it was just get out there and quit making the unforced errors, as you mentioned earlier.
Serving is Baltair for EMU, looking to even this game up at a matchup at a game apiece.
Oh, wow.
And that's going to be called a lift on Kirsta Solberg.
But at least we were aggressive there. We didn't execute it, but at least we were aggressive.
IPFW stuck in this rotation. They trail by 6. Roth, backslide. Down the line, nice dig ball pair. Viney. Bush goes around the horn. She's blocked. Niswander on the left side and out of bounds. Hitting error by Jennifer Niswander.
IPFW needs to score some points now while IPFW is serving, and we did that on the serve earlier in the match. Doesn't need to be an ace, just needs to be a good serve that breaks the pass.
Let's see if Bankowski can do that. Going after Niswander, perfect pass. Slam dink, Bankowski reads it perfectly. And there's another hitting error, as you mentioned, on Souza.
Souza, 7 errors, 7 kills.
And Coach Hartley off the bench saying, Fabi, you got to put that ball in the court.
She's the only one on the IPFW side with a lot of errors.
25-19 EMU. Back set, Solberg. And there's another hitting error. That's 14 for IPFW. That ties it with EMU, and head coach Kelly Hartley says, I've seen enough. Let's take a break. 26-19, Eastern Michigan on top. All the energy now on the side of the Eagles of Eastern Michigan. Recapping this week, Mark, IPFW played Ball State earlier in the week. They lost in 5, 15-10.
That was a good match to watch those.
After being up 2-1, I made a comment to you as we were here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. They just looked fatigued coming down the stretch. Last night they go on the road to IUPUI. They lose there in 4. This afternoon, however, they look pretty decent health-wise, and talking to trainer Scotty Knurr, everybody's healthy, but they're just stretches, moments of lackluster performance, and that has given EMU a 7-point lead here in game 2.
The problem last night with IPFW was passing, according to Coach Kelly Hartley. Let's see what they had. Gave up 13 aces, but even when it wasn't an ace, they were passing the ball all over the court. They hardly ever got to target like they were expected to.
We'll see if they can mount a comeback. The Dons trailing 26-19 in game 2. They lead 1-0. And miscommunication all over the place for the Mastodons. Great shot in the middle by Wagonmaker. 27-19. Nicole Howell will check back in the lineup for Kristen Mann. EMU, and not to take anything away from EMU, but IPFW has put the pressure on for the most part this afternoon, with EMU coming off that big win last night against Ball State. They open up the MAC now 3-0 in conference, 14-1 on the season. Another point, it's now 28-19. In cruise control are the Eagles of Eastern Michigan. Emily Bush, the 5'11" middle blocker out of Toledo, Ohio. Serving for the Eagles. Solberg, back set. Nice cover. Solberg will take another hack at it. And this time, Tooling, the block of Wagonmaker.
Sorry, Ryan. I like the way Kirsten Solberg's swinging at the ball. She's really hitting the ball hard today, and that hasn't always been the case. So I'm impressed with that.
Ooh, what a set by Viney. And Coach Hartley off the bench saying, you gotta be kidding me. Overpass. And miscommunication between Brammer and Howell. Hitting error. Now 9 game points for EMU, 29-20. And the setter, Lauren Viney, will serve. The 5'9" senior out of Dayton, Ohio. Looking to even this match up. Bad pass. Solberg. And she gets it off the block. Smart shot, Fabiana. Nicole Howell will try to stave off elimination for the Mastodons here in game 2.
Being down 8 points is a big thing to make up, but to get a couple of points really helps for the next game.
Great serve. It forces the overpass. Chance to score. Souza. And that's going to end game 2. That hitting error by Souza gives EMU game 2 at 30-21. This best-of-5 match now is tied up at a game apiece. IPFW taking game 1 32-30. EMU coming back to take game 2 30-21. Through 2 games, IPFW
just got the stats here.
700 to 800 years ago, this is what an indigenous farming community near the White River in Hamilton County, Indiana, may have looked like. In the summer of 2001, that same general area looked like this. However, a closer look would have shown you these sites, the remnants of an old military plane or two, rusted cars, and the twisted metal of old farm machinery amongst the vegetation. IPFW's Archaeological Survey has been excavating that area, known as the Strawtown Enclosure, trying to solve the puzzle of just who lived there.
You have intersection of trails. Indiana's the crossroads of America, can be pushed back way into prehistory. You have the trail from the Ohio River up to Fort Wayne runs through the area. You have the trail from the Cincinnati area, from the Ohio River up to the Kankakee Marsh and up to Wisconsin, crisscrosses the area. And you also have one that runs east-west. You have evidence that groups from as far away as it looks like western Wisconsin and Iowa inhabited the Strawtown site. There's certainly a question of the group that around Cincinnati, Dayton area, middle Ohio River Valley, associated with those people inhabited the Strawtown enclosure.
With the help of grants from the U.S. Department of the Interior National Park Service Historic Preservation Fund, administered by the Indiana Department of Natural Resources, Division of Historic Preservation and Archaeology, the survey team, the Hamilton County Parks Department, and other groups and volunteers have been excavating the remains of a village dating back to the late 13th or early 14th centuries.
We find basically it's circular shape. The circular village, it goes about a little less than a football field in diameter. Okay, it had a central plaza that was kept fairly clean, of artifacts. To be a community area that they maintained. There appears to be a habitation area encircling that plaza, and that's where we believe the houses will be located.
McCullough and the others haven't yet determined the design of the houses, but they have discovered some post holes and believe the structures were rectangular with gabled roofs. The remnants of storage and trash pits have been unearthed, as has evidence pointing to a wooden post stockade that encircled the village. McCullough says outside the stockade there was a dry moat, or a wide ditch about 6 or 7 feet deep.
Archaeologists always find the hard parts. So we don't have, they probably had an elaborate wood technology, feathers and weaving. We don't have evidence of that. What we get is their ceramics, their pottery, which actually gives us a lot of information because they would draw designs. We can trace these designs to various archaeological groups. Stone tools, arrowheads. Certain sites with good bone preservation, where their bone tools, evidences of types of animals they would consume and use for materials, and we get evidence of diet through botanical remains. That's how we know they're maize farmers. We have charred corn. Later on we have beans. Pieces of squash. We know what kind of wild and medicinal plants that were collected. It becomes charred. We have evidence for that.
One of the questions the survey is trying to answer is, where did the people who lived at Strawtown go? Were they forced out, or did they move on and others take their place?
And it persists in Indiana for close to 200 years. But what happens is the northern areas become to be, they're abandoned, and there's a population shift to the southern portion of the range, down south of Indianapolis. And after 1425, we don't have a record of them occupying this area. It's sort of a mystery we haven't been able to answer yet.
McCullough and the rest of the survey want to find the answer to that and other mysteries. They believe the answers lie in their excavations at Strawtown. But as with anything else these days, it all depends on money.
Our funding basically goes year to year, and we've been there for 2 years based on grants given to us by the Department of Natural Resources, and we have written some grants to return. We hope for it to be a long-term project. There's plans to develop a museum interpretive center to do a reconstructed Native American village for Living History Project. So we hope it to be a research and educational training park. And right now we're going year by year, so that's the long-range goals.
And so IPFW's Archaeological Survey waits for word on new grants, hoping they can keep digging into Indiana's past.
That boat was all right. What's the next one?
You know, if she continues to spill product at a rate of 3 per hour, unit cost, say 60 cents. Factor in breakage, downtime, lost sales, you're looking at $2,400 a month. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
We, the people of the United States, in order
to form a more perfect union, establish justice,
ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense,
promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty
to ourselves and our posterity.
Do ordain and establish
this Constitution for the United States of America.
Government receives its power from the people. Do your part. Vote.
When you think of colleges and universities holding homecoming celebrations, what pops into your mind? How about lots of fun on-campus activities for current students and special events for the alums? That's what will be taking place the week of November 17th at IPFW as it celebrates its third homecoming week. Join me, Jeanette Liu, for IPFW Up Close this month, and we'll find out what's being planned for the big party. Watch IPFW Up Close Sundays at noon on College Cable Access Channel 56.
Sports Center on the campus of IPFW. The match now even at a game apiece. IPFW took game one over the Eastern Michigan Eagles 32-30. The Eagles able to bounce back in game two, winning it 30-21. With Mark Franke, I'm Ryan Peratt. Mark, a look at stats through two games.
Well, the stat that was most significant is game two hitting for Eastern Michigan, 35%. Nice hitting job, nice offensive job by Eastern Michigan. IPFW hit 12%. You're not going to beat a team hitting 35% if you hit 12. They actually have only a +5 total advantage in offense, but also a +2 advantage for Eastern Michigan on blocking. IPFW has a +2 advantage on serving. But those stats kind of belie what really happened there from about midpoint of game two on. In fact, Mike Moss says that it was 11-3 run by Eastern Michigan at the last third of the game. And that's something we've seen IPFW fall into a lot this year, where they play real well, then go into a 10 to 15 point lull, and then they come back. So we'll see if they come out strong in game three. And if they don't, Eastern Michigan can take control and just coast the rest of the way.
IPFW led by Fabiana Souza. She has 8 kills. However, she also has 8 hitting errors in 29 attempts. Kirsten Solberg and Janelle Pollard each have 7 kills for IPFW. For EMU, Emily Bush has been the offensive star. 9 kills, 3 errors, 19 attempts, 32%. Jennifer Niswander, 7 kills, 1 error, 20 attempts, hitting at a 30% clip.
So if Eastern Michigan wanted to kind of move the offense around a little bit, get some of it away from Niswander to rest her a little bit, they're doing a good job of that. Their setter, I think, has done a nice job, Viney, in distributing the ball and going also to where she feels the IPFW defense and blocking might be weak.
It's a very balanced offensive attack for EMU. They've been able to display that this afternoon. We'll look at the statistics with Wagonmaker with 4 kills in 11 attempts. Emily Bush, 9 kills, 19 attempts. Bethany Piccolini, 2 kills and 9 attempts. Becky Voltaire, 3 kills and 11 attempts. And Lindsay Piccolini, 3 kills in 6 attempts. So nice distribution by Lauren Viney throughout the first 2 games. And not so bad, too, on the part of IPFW with 3 players with 7 or more kills. We're underway now here in game 3. And EMU scores the first point, 1-0. Voltaire will serve for IPFW. Let's see if the strategy continues for EMU serving Kirsten Solberg.
IPFW has a new libero.
Nicole Ray, that's a tight pass. Outside, Amanda Pfister, who's checked in now to the starting lineup for game 3 for Coach Kelly Hartley. And that shot down the line by Jennifer Niswander. Number 7, Amanda Pfister, is in left front, and number 12, Kristen Mann, is also in the lineup with Nicole Ray as the libero, replacing Sarah Leffers.
The IPFW coaching staff isn't afraid to put the freshmen out there, are they?
Pfister, high off the hands, dug up by Cudney. Nice block, soft block. And, oh, Solberg had an easy one. Nice play by Ray. Pfister, off speed, keeping it in play. Long rally here. And Bush takes a whiff at it. Point to IPFW, 2-1 EMU. Interesting lineup here for IPFW. 2 freshmen down the front line. Mann and Pfister, with Lindsey Brammer in the middle. Great serve by Solberg, has evened it up at 2. Solberg, Bankowski setting for IPFW, Nicole Ray in as the libero. 2-2, game 3. Niswander. And look at that. It's going to come over. Great play by Brammer. Free ball IPFW. Brammer off the hands. Nice soft block by Bush. Set left. Look out. Great shot by Jennifer Niswander. Great scrappy defensive play by IPFW.
I think Nicole Ray was slightly out of position there. That's why she had to reach for that. She needed to get more inside that block.
Perfect pass by Nicole Ray. Great set and a great kill by Lindsey Brammer in the middle. For EMU checking their lineup. Viney still setting. Wagon Maker in the front line with Niswander. Combination play works for Niswander and EMU, point 4-3. In the back line, number 10, Becky Voltaire. Checking in the lineup, Lindsay Piccolini. And the libero, Ashley Cudney. So no lineup changes for Kim Barrington.
That was a better example of what to do when you have to one-hand the set tight to the net. Use the fist.
You can't get 2 hands on that.
You can't get called for a lift if you use your fist.
4-all, game 3, Ashley Roth serving. Interesting lineup strategy here by head coach Kelly Hartley, assisted by Stephen Florio and Kevin Lane. Niswander, great up by Ray. And that's a bad set. Roth got away with one. Off speed, Pollard reads it perfectly. Pollard's gonna see it again. Down the line for a point. 5-4 IPFW now with the lead.
Pollard split the block that time. They didn't seal it, and so she went right through the middle.
Overpass. Jackson unable to put it away. And an unforced error into the net by Voltaire. 6-4, Dons have battled back to take the lead. Game apiece in this best-of-5 match. Roth out of Leo, Indiana, serving for the Dons. Off speed, nice play by Roth. Mann down the line, dug up by Voltaire. In the middle, Ray has come off the bench and sparked IPFW defensively. And that ball is jammed by Janelle Pollard. Unable to get a good swing. Hitting error results in a point in possession to EMU. Nicole Ray has come off the bench and has dug 4 balls quickly here in game 3. Jackson's dug. No, she's not. That's a kill for Claire Jackson.
It's like they're serving Nicole Ray, being the new player in. You'd expect them to go after her.
You serve the libero, really?
If she's new. It's a replacement libero. It's not the one they saw the first 2 games. Wouldn't you go after her?
Interesting strategy. That's their specialty, to pass balls. You'd serve a person and coming up. Well, it's a good strategy. We'll see if it works. So far, it hasn't worked for EMU. 7-6 Dons leading. Wagonmaker to serve for Barrington's EMU Eagles. Backslide Jackson. What an up by Jennifer Niswander. Great set. Solberg. Niswander there again. Viney sets middle. And Bush is able to sneak it through. What an up in the backcourt by Jennifer Niswander. That's her 11th dig. She's already had, that's 10 kills. That's a double-double for her this afternoon.
Both teams are playing good backcourt defense. At least individual efforts have been amazing.
You can tell that sense of emergency has picked up on both sides of the teams. And a lift going to be called there on Lauren Viney. Good call. 8-7 IPFW. Without question, the intensity on both sides have picked up. Backslide put away by Bush.
See, that right there is what I don't understand. I know we go into this rotation defense, but that's almost like a reverse rotation or double rotation there where she comes in, and she should have rolled back. But of course, she has that knee that's not real responsive. She has some physical limitations.
Pfister dug up by Cudney, the libero for EMU. Down the hatch. Great shot by Becky Voltaire. Explain rotation defense,
Well, we
Mark.
saw it right there. The back on the side the attack's coming from rolls up as to get a tip or get something off the block, and the rest of the back court kind of rotates half a position around in the same direction.
Nice coverage by Ray. Back set Solberg. And Solberg tees off on the right side. 9-9 in game 3. Nice coverage job by IPFW.
What you give up in rotation defense when you have a player with an injured knee is that you have that one spot open up on you. And Coach Hartley and the coaching staff know that, and they're willing to make that trade, to stay in their 6-2.
Voltaire down the line.
See, there you saw it again. The setter moves up, she's back row, moves up behind the block. The middle back has to go back towards the corner. She just didn't make the play. She wasn't over far enough.
The middle back rotates to the side of the attack.
Side of the attack and goes back towards the corner.
Tight pass by Ray. Free ball in transition. Eagles. Viney.
It's a nice job by Lindy Minkowski to keep the ball in play there.
And Niswander goes down the line for a kill, her 11th. She's now hitting 35% on the afternoon. 11-9 Eastern Michigan. They've continued to keep pressure on IPFW. They're now hitting 20%. The Dons down the 14. There's another hitting error. That'll decrease that statistic. 12-9. A big run here for EMU. It was tied at 9. 3 in a row here as Becky Voltaire continues to serve for the Eagles.
I said earlier how I thought the IPFW offense was clicking fairly well. No, I think that ball was out.
Mann will take a swing out of the back line, and that's a tentative swing into the net.
But I thought our offense was systematically okay, even though our hitting percentage wasn't high, and now the hitting percentage is still low, and we don't seem to be in sync anymore.
Fabiana Souza will check back in for Kristen Mann. It's a 4-point lead for EMU.
Oh.
And a let's service ace for EMU. Nothing you can do on that one. Very difficult to defend the let serve. 14-9. Voltaire.
On a let serve, one side or the other gets lucky. That's all there is to it.
Pfister goes down the line. Great shot by number 7, the freshman, Amanda Pfister, out of Auburn, Indiana, DeKalb High School.
She had nice arm velocity on that, Ryan, don't you think?
Yes, I do. Nice technique on the left side for head coach Kelly Hartley.
She doesn't look physically that strong, but she must have good arm speed.
Short serve, backslide Bush, and she sails it long. Another point to IPFW. They trail by 2, 14-12. A very good recruiting class this year for head coach Kelly Hartley. Several freshmen who can make key impacts, I think, during the course of the season.
She's had most of them out there today. They've all contributed.
Solberg unable to control that spike attempt. And at point 15, we're going to take a technical timeout. Eastern Michigan leads IPFW here in Game 3, 15-12. We'll take a break. You're watching IPFW Women's Volleyball here on College 56 Sports.
Hi. I was wondering if you wanted to go out maybe or something, if you had time.
I can tell by your excitable behavior and verbal faux pas that you have generalized anxiety with paranoid tendencies. It would never work.
Okay, thanks.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
With Mark Franke, I'm Ryan Perrott at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW. IPFW locked in a tough battle with a MAC power, Eastern Michigan University. 15-12, Game 3, EMU leading IPFW. They've split the first two games in this best-of-5 match. IPFW looking to get off the snide. They've lost 2 in a row. That's a tight set coming. And net violation is going to be called on IPFW. 16-12, EMU leading. IPFW, they've lost to Ball State. They've lost to IUPUI. Trying to see if they can take one from Eastern Michigan. Bankowski to Souza. Got it.
Eastern Michigan is still serving the libero.
They must see something that we don't see, or that I don't see for that matter. Well, Eastern Michigan, they don't need to listen to me. 16-1 on the season.
That's right. We got no business giving them advice, do we?
(16-14). And that's a great shot on the combination run by Jennifer Niswander. Sorry, EMU, they're 14-1 on the season, 3-0. Their last loss, September 13th, in a tournament to Montana State where they lost in 4. They haven't lost in a month. They lead by 3, 17-14. Souza in the middle. Great cut shot by Fabiana Souza. That's her 10th kill. She's now in double digits for IPFW. She's the team leader. Jennifer Niswander has taken the lead for EMU in that department. She has 13. Emily Bush has 11 kills. Ashley Roth, tough serve. Down ball coming for IPFW in transition. Back set, Roth to Souza, and she puts it away.
Eastern Michigan is in which division of the MAC, Ryan, do you know? I'm not sure. The Western with
division.
Ball State. So that was a big win for them last night.
Backslide off the hands, over the top and down. Katie Wagonmaker with the kill. Jennifer Niswander will go back to serve, 2-point lead. Well, I said game 1 was crucial. This is a crucial game 3 here. You're either up or down a game. And Fabiana Souza has come on here in game 3 and has sparked IPFW to 3 kills. IPFW trailing by 1. Both coaches off the bench shouting encouragement and instructions to their team. Niswander, flat pass. And Becky Voltaire rolls it into the bottom of the net. We're tied 18-all. As Fabiana Souza continues to serve. Sorry, Mark.
Sorry, Ryan. I think Coach Barrington, I'm kind of watching her for her timeout strategies. She seems to just want her players to play through it, thinking that what's better for them is just to execute the next play rather than have a 1-minute break. And so far it seems to be working for her.
Wagonmaker serving.
I like to watch coaches and try to think like they do. I'll never think like you do, Ryan. Coach Perrott here of the men's volleyball team.
20-18 Eastern Michigan. Service there by Souza. Free point for EMU, 2 in a row now for the Eagles. Perfect pass, perfect set, perfect kill. Nicely done by IPFW all around.
She reached really high for that.
Backslide, Bush tees off. Emily Bush going down the line on the backslide.
That is the way the backslide is supposed to be executed. Very quick, a hard hit, and if you have a chance to go down the line, you take it.
Lindsay Piccolini, 6'1" freshman out of St. Clairsville, Ohio. Here's Pfister. Overpass by Cudney. Ross sets left. Pfister again. Nice soft block by Bush. Does Viney set her? She does. What a play by Ray. And that ball is going to be called out of bounds. Explain the call, Mark.
The ball has to cross the net inside the plane of the antenna. Now, I was on the same angle the ball followed. I personally think it was out.
Tight call there. 22-19. Dink. And that's not going to carry over. Point, Eastern Michigan. The entire IPFW bench up in arms about that call.
All the fans behind us.
And the fans behind us as well. Timeout's going to be called by Kelly Hartley. Eastern Michigan leading IPFW 23-19. You can get up-to-date information on all of the Mastodon teams online by going to www.ipfw.edu/athletics, the official Mastodon website. Once again, that's www.ipfw.edu/athletics. And a lot going on in the IPFW athletic community. Women's soccer on the road this weekend in Niagara. Of course, the basketball team is getting ready for their Midnight Madness showdown in a couple weeks, October the 17th here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. And just a note about women's soccer, including men's soccer too, because they're away this weekend. I went to the match earlier this week between IPFW and Butler. Chilly, freezing temperature Wednesday evening at Hefner Field. A 0-0 draw, but an unbelievable match to watch. Rachel Poor, the goaltender for IPFW, made a couple spectacular saves in crunch time and overtime for IPFW to keep it at a 0-0 draw. And a great job all around by the ladies of the women's soccer team.
See if this is going to be the controversial call. Well, nothing controversial about that. Well, that was the earlier play when I said she needed to be more inside the block. It was Nicole Ray.
Combination. Nice X play by Solberg. Perfect run by Ashley Roth.
Krista Solberg's hitting percentages have not been high for the year, but tonight, this afternoon, she's doing a good job. 28%, 10 kills. And she's hitting the ball well. She's got a lot of confidence.
Jump floater by Bankowski. Viney sets left. Baltair. Sia. Perfect on the line, deep into the corner. 24-20. Well, this afternoon, Souza has 12 kills. Solberg has 10. Last night against IUPUI, Souza had 16 kills, and Solberg had 10, and that was it for double digits for IPFW. Nice pass, Solberg. Feister is blocked. Feister took a cut at it. She's blocked. It's 25-20. And if Pfister was blocked, it's 25-20. Perfect pass, Souza in the middle, Brammer. And 2 in a row, Emily Bush, the best blocker on Eastern Michigan.
Bush is giving them an all-around good game because she's leading the team in kills with 13 as well.
Crucial stretch here for IPFW. They've given up 6 in a row. Free ball. That looked ugly for IPFW. Around the horn, Bush. Souza goes and gets it. Howell. Down ball in play. Niswander. She's got to see this ball. She does. Oh, what an up by Howell. Backline Ray. Nice ball control. Cudley. Look at that fast pass. Viney going to go on 2. IPFW does not expect Viney to take a cut. Almost catches IPFW napping again. That ball goes long, point in possession. IPFW, they trail by 5, 26-21 here in game 3. Niswander, got it. 14 kills for Jennifer Niswander out of Essex, Ontario, Canada. 34% on the afternoon, 13 digs. What a performance for EMU. Emily Bush will serve. Souza, wing that one up.
You're asking for 4 hits. It's not going to matter.
And a brain cramp there as that free ball goes out of bounds. 7-point cushion, 2 points away from taking a 2-1 lead. Deep float serve, and look at this. Handcuffing Ray and Souza, miscommunication, and now 8 game points for Eastern Michigan. Emily Bush will continue to serve.
Both games 2 and 3, IPFW has just kind of gotten lackadaisical at the end of the game.
Souza, block, nice cover by Brammer. Souza will take a swing at it again.
There's a touch on that. Oh.
And it's going to be called out of bounds. Point to Eastern Michigan, and they take game 3, 30-21. So Eastern Michigan University takes a 2-1 lead over the IPFW Mastodons. We'll take a break and come back with game 4 after this. You're watching IPFW Women's College Volleyball right here on College 56 Sports.
That vote was all right. But the next one.
You know, if she continues to spill product at a rate of 3 per hour, unit cost, say 60 cents. Factor in breakage, downtime, lost sales, you're looking at $2,400 a month. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
We, the people of the United States, in order
to form a more perfect union, establish justice,
ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense,
promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty
to ourselves and our posterity.
Do ordain and establish
this Constitution for the United States of America.
Government receives its power from the people. Do your part. Vote.
For the best coverage of IPFW athletics, please tune in to Mastodon Spotlight each week here on College Cable Access Channel 56. Hi, I'm Mike Maz, your host. We talk with student athletes, coaches, and others involved in IPFW athletics. Whether it's softball, volleyball, baseball, basketball, or whatever, the best way to catch IPFW athletics is to tune in to Mastodon Spotlight each week here on College Cable Access Channel 56.
IPFW took game 1 over Eastern Michigan 32-30. Since then, it's been all Eagles, 30-21, 30-21. They lead this best-of-5 match 2-1. Welcome back, everybody, to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW with Mark Franke. I'm Ryan Perrott. And Mark, a check of the stats through 3 games.
Eastern Michigan is leading in hitting, +6 there, +3 in blocking. But that doesn't really tell the story. I think the statistic that Mike Moss is keeping next to us is, who this replay is here. Well, but the statistic that I think really matters is game 2, Eastern Michigan ran off 11-3 to win. Game 3, Eastern Michigan ran off 10-2 to win. So at the last 10 points of those 2 games, IPFW became very ineffective.
Where did IPFW go wrong, or even better, where did Eastern Michigan go right?
Eastern Michigan, I thought, did a good job of ball handling, which allowed them to run their offense. And they've got a nice offense, and they were able to actually use it in both of those games. IPFW was not getting the things they needed at the net. I think we had 4 straight overpasses where we went up aggressively for it, but did not manage to terminate. In other words, the ball was played by Eastern Michigan. Those 4 should have been points.
If you're IPFW, what do you have to do here to take this to a 5th and deciding set?
We need to go back to what we were doing in game 1, where I thought our offense was was really keeping the pressure on Eastern Michigan. They had to rely on their defense to slow our offense down. We also need to be more aggressive in serving again like we were earlier so that their passing breaks and they can't run their offense.
IPFW will open things up in game 4. Trailing 2-1.
That didn't go. Come on, Dave.
Souza passes it up. Howell. Back into the starting line for IPFW. Bankowski, nice up. Souza takes a swing. Viney to Niswander. And she tools the block for yet another kill.
I guess I was the only one in the gym thought that ball didn't go because it was right in front of Dave's signs. He didn't call it. So we must have touched it on our side of the net. So I'll take that comment back.
Checking EMU, Niswander up front with Wagonmaker and Viney in the backcourt. Mack, Voltaire, and Bush. And there's a stuff block at the net for IPFW. Brammer, Howell, Solberg up front, Ray, Souza, and Bankowski.
I think Coach Hartley has put in a better offensive team this game from what she had last game.
Around the horn goes Brammer, and she sneaks it through. Niswander leads everybody in kills. She has 15. Emily Bush has 13. Fabiana Souza 12 for IPFW, and Kirsta Solberg 10. Tight set. Free ball, Ray. Nice spot. Dump coming. Voltaire goes and gets it. Niswander. Solberg is there. Off speed, Souza just keeping the ball in play. And around the horn goes Wagonmaker.
I think two things there demonstrated themselves as to why we need to improve our game. One is we've had the libero handle too many third balls. She handled one in that rally there. And then on the block, we went up vertically. And we were in the right position, but we didn't extend our hands over the net, so there's no way that block was going to come back down on their side. It was going to come on ours.
Viney with the float serve. Souza. And that touches the libero, Ashley Cudney. Point in possession, IPFW. 3-2 Eastern Michigan leading. A must-win game for IPFW if they want to prolong this match any further. Nicole Howell, who had that great start early in game 1 with a couple service aces. Let's see if she can get IPFW going. A hitting error there by Jennifer Niswander. It's 3-3.
It's only her third of the night.
IPFW hitting 14% as a team. Eastern Michigan 19%. Wow, no answer for that backslide. Wagonmaker.
I'm not sure why she would be down on her knees there on that backslide, Ryan, because what she's going to have to do is play it off the block, or if it gets through the block, she's got to play it.
Bankowski back set, Brammer. Nice dig, Viney, the setter. Niswander out of the back line. Ooh, bad set by Lindy Bankowski to Fabiana Souza. Unforced error, point Eastern Michigan.
You sure that wasn't a middle talking there? Bad set? Ryan Perrott, ex-middle. Always sees it from the middle's point of view, right?
And sneaking it through goes Kirsta Solberg. Well, usually that's the case if you're a hitter. It's always
a bad set, that's right.
It just looked ugly from this perspective. My vision has left me after all these years. 5-4 Eastern Michigan. Ashley Roth. Another backslide. Oh, nice up, Ray. Another backslide. They're going to run it dry.
Vertical block again, Ryan.
They're going to run it dry. Lauren Viney will continue to set that backslide all day until IPFW makes the adjustment. 6-4 Eastern Michigan. Perfect pass, Souza. Off speed. And that's going to be on the ground. Eastern Michigan, the bench doesn't like it, but good call. 6-5 EMU.
You didn't hear that one hit, but we were blocked, so I think Coach Berry was probably blocked from it, but you just didn't hear it hit. So you think it must have been played well.
Combination play, nice shot Lindsay Piccolini. Another point to Eastern Michigan, closing in 7-5 here in game 4. Piccolini will serve. Perfect pass. IPFW, they've settled down with their passing, but there's another unforced hitting error for IPFW. 8-5. Second unforced error of this game. Combination play, and Pollard able to put it through. 8-5. EMU. Nicole Howell will check into the front line for IPFW. Take a look at Fort Wayne native Janelle Pollard. Ball tear. Oh. Souza stuck out her arm, unable to control.
That was the rotation defense in play there. She was moving to the corner, just didn't get there quick enough and had one arm it.
Looks like they're just a step away from the line, getting over there to make a dig.
And that could be the fatigue issue you were talking about earlier, Ryan.
Dump coming. And Viney with her 5th kill.
That was interesting. Our whole defense was right in that one spot on the court that she dumped it to, and there was so many people there, nobody could play it.
IPFW trailing by 4. EMU keeping the pressure on. They're relentless. Cudney plays it up, left side, Niswander. Nice play by Stephanie Mack to keep it alive. Niswander and Claire Jackson. I'm sorry, Kirsta Solberg is into the net. 5-point advantage for the Eagles. Looking to go 15-1 on the season. Nice serve, ball tear, and trouble for IPFW. They're out of sync, out of rhythm.
Yeah, Coach Hartley can't wait any longer. She's got to, she's going to do a sub, not a timeout.
Amanda Feaster will check into the front line now for Nicole Howell. 12-6. Eastern Michigan, Baltair. The best scoring rotation for Eastern Michigan all afternoon is when Baltair serves. Ball covered up.
There's a libero handling the 3rd ball again.
Niswander off the hands. Ray, nice play with the dig. Feaster. Cudney is there. Backslide. And out of the outstretched reach of Nicole Ray. Point to Eastern Michigan. And this is a big run now for EMU, 13-6 in game 4. IPFW. They need to stop the bleeding in a big way.
5 straight points.
Solberg, tight set. Oh, nice pancake by Viney, but unfortunately, she's unable to control. Finally, some order restored for IPFW. They trail by 6, 13-7. Nicole Ritt doing a nice job in the backcourt for IPFW as Bankowski will serve it up. Viney, another backslide. Oh, they must have run that already 10 times this game. And an unforced hitting error. That's 3 unforced errors this game, 2 on the attack side for IPFW. 25 now errors attacking-wise for IPFW, 23 for Eastern Michigan. Although Eastern Michigan out-hitting IPFW 23 to 14%. In the middle, Brammer, that's a low set by Bankowski. In the middle, off the hands, and that's going to be called for contacts, as that didn't clear the net.
Dave and I agreed on that one.
3 contacts maximum per side. And head coach Kim Barrington in her 8th season telling Lauren Viney, yeah, that set's got to be just a bit higher. 14-8, Eastern Michigan. Shank pass by Niswander, and here's trouble. Chance for IPFW to get point number 9. Feaster, not yet. Dug over by Baltair. And
nice double quick.
Souza tees off. Good offensive sequence by IPFW.
I don't think we've run a double quick all night, have we?
I don't think so.
That's
not
the
at
first
all.
one I've seen. A double quick is where you have a quick one-ball hitter both in front and behind the setter.
Feaster able to joust that one through the block of Souza, and it With that, it makes the score 15-9 in favor of Eastern Michigan University. We'll take a break and come back. You're watching IPFW Women's Volleyball here on College 56 Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW with Mark Franke. I'm Ryan Peratt. Eastern Michigan 15, IPFW 9 here in Game 4. Eastern Michigan leads 2-1.
The promo in between during the timeout was for the play Love, Passion, and Redemption. Kind of like, you know, the life of a volleyball team on the road, right? You got to love it. You have to have a passion for it. You wouldn't be doing it.
Very true. Very true. Bankowski sets left. Souza off the hands. Viney goes and gets it. Piccolini sets high left. What a cut shot. Neiswanger, beautifully done. Karch-esque. 19 kills now for her. Last night she had 21 over the win against Ball State in 63 swings. She had 25%. Bush had 19 kills and Wagonmaker had 17 in that 5-set thriller at Eastern Michigan.
Nice up.
Brammer, perfect set to Feaster. And that just misses the back line.
One thing about Lindy Bankowski is she adds a lot to our backcourt defense. She really plays that position well.
Bankowski fourth on the team in digs coming into this afternoon's match at 158. That cut shot sizzles through us. And with that point, Kelly Hartley wants to talk things over at 17-9 now in favor of Eastern Michigan. Tune in to College Access Channel 56 Saturday evening, October the 11th, for the replay of this afternoon's IPFW Women's Volleyball match with Eastern Michigan. That's Saturday, October the 11th at 7 o'clock p.m. right here on College Cable Access Channel 56.
That last shot was headed right towards my baby blues.
That quick reaction of yours to get out of the way.
Duck the head. I've lost one pair of glasses on a volleyball floor before. I don't want to do it again. In fact, Coach Denny Johnson taught me this thing. Always bring your old pair of glasses and put them on before the match starts.
IPFW in trouble here in Game 4. A look at a former great here at IPFW, Angie Robbins. And a look at the crowd on this Saturday afternoon. Eastern Michigan leading 18-9. Mark Franke, what is Kelly Hartley telling her squad?
Well, at this point, they're just going to have to do something right to start scoring some points, because they can't just keep siding out. And they're not even doing a very good job of that right now.
How do they get that run? How do they get that spark? How do they get going? What do they need to do? Do they need a stuff block? Do they need a kill? Do they need a yellow card? What do they need?
Well, a stuff block would do it. I mean, the yellow card thing, that we can't afford that. We're down 8 points. But the stuff block is probably the most exciting single play in volleyball. Service ace is probably next.
Let's see if Kristen Mann can get the rally going for IPFW. 18-10 they trail. Neiswander, high left side. What a shot. Off the hands, got the touch.
I didn't see the touch.
That was a great touch. She got the micro touch. A lot of spin.
Did she?
Nicely done. Jennifer Neiswander, a great senior year and a great senior campaign she is having. 20 kills now, 13 digs. Ashley Cudney, the libero for Eastern Michigan, leads everybody in digs. She has 24.
We need to score here. We can't just side out.
Can't go tit for tat back and forth.
Exactly.
Ashley Roth will serve it up. 19-11 in the front line for IPFW. Souza Pollard, who's checked back in, and Claire Jackson. Backslide.
There you go,
There's a
Ryan.
block.
That's what you were looking for.
On Wagonmaker. Double quick again. And that's going to score. Well, we'll see if that's the spark that IPFW needs. Head coach Barrington shouting encouragement to her team. She doesn't want this to go 5, that's for sure. Nice serve by Roth. Nice dig, Solberg. Pollard. Look at that dig with her hands. Trouble for IPFW. Pollard will take another swing and gets the kill. Nice up by Niswander in the back with her hands, but
that was a nice dig, but the only fault you can find with it, it came so fast to the setter, she wasn't in position to do anything with it.
On a line drive. Nice kill by Janelle Pollard. She's in double digits now, 11 kills. And a service error. Oh, and an untimely error for Ashley Roth and the Mastodons. 2013 EMU, 10 points away. Katie Wagonmaker. Deep float serve, passed up by Solberg. And Souza cracks number 18 to the floor.
She hasn't run that 2-ball in a long time either. Our offense was more distributed early in the match than what it's been lately. It's just now starting to show some more options.
Souza, tough jump serve, passed up by Niswander. She'll take a swing from the back line. Overpass. Going and getting it is Pollard, free ball. Oh, tricky down ball by Souza. IPFW in transition. Oh, wrong place to hit it to Niswander. The best defensive player on Eastern Michigan. And Voltaire tees off down the line. Wow, you have Niswander playing left back. You have Cudney, the libero, playing middle back for Eastern Michigan. Pollard got a lot of wood on it, but to no avail. Oh, that serve handcuffs Ray. Off speed. Out of the back line, Niswander spins it in. 21-14 Eagles over the Mastodons. Nice cut shot inside the block by Kirsta Solberg. Let's check her numbers now. That's 13 kills for her, 4 errors, 27%, good numbers.
Claire Jackson almost made a freshman mistake there trying to block that down ball.
Nice tough serve for IPFW. This should be a
point.
Again. Back set, Solberg, got it.
Got the line.
Explain why you don't want to try to block a free ball or a down ball.
Well, you should be able to turn it into a nice transition play, and if you go up to block, you have the opportunity to make it a blocking error.
Backslide. Nice dig, IPFW. Free ball. Out to the pin. And there's a stop block by Claire Jackson on Becky Voltaire. And IPFW now, after trailing by 7, have crept to within 4 at 21-17 here in game 4. Perfect pass by Niswander around the horn. Emily Bush with the kill. Viney had gotten away from setting that backslide, going out to the pin, the left side. That's the bread and butter for Eastern Michigan.
It's worked very well for them today.
22-17. Tight pass. See ya. Not the time for a passing error. Niswander makes IPFW pay. 23-17. Voltaire, and this again, the best serving rotation, point scoring wise for Eastern Michigan. IPFW needs to get out of it in a hurry. And they will. On the kill by Kirsta Solberg.
It's not their strongest offensive rotation. Well, I guess the two best hitters they've got today are there, but it's also a good serving rotation for them.
23-18 Eastern Michigan.
You normally wouldn't expect your best offensive rotation to have the setter in the front row. But today, Bush and Niswander are the two best hitters.
And that is roofed. Great 3-woman block at the net. Solberg, Brammer, and Kristen Mann. Point IPFW trailing by 4, Bankowski. Tight pass.
Wow. That was an excellent set. That's a difficult set.
Going away from the flow.
And shoot it across like that. She's low. She had to get low to recover it and then keep that set low as well, and quick.
Very athletic set by Lauren Viney. She averages 12.5 assists a game. Combination play, Solberg, dug up by Baltair. Joust coming. Man will set. Free ball. Eastern Michigan in transition. They set the pin. Niswander and begging for a touch of the Eagles.
Oh, there's a touch there.
That's out of bounds.
I think there was a touch, wasn't there? Oh, that's right.
24-20, no comment.
We don't get to vote.
I didn't think there was a touch, to be honest with you.
Your eyes are younger than mine. Take your word for it.
But a crucial service error by Kirsten Solberg gives the point in possession back to Eastern Michigan, 25-20. Viney, nice tough serve to Souza. Off the hands, covered up by Bankowski. Brammer sets man. Great swing by the freshman. Great swing by number 12, Kristen Mann, the freshman out of Richmond, Indiana. IPFW, 4-point trails here in game 4. They've been stuck at this 4-point deficit for a while. Viney sets left. There's a dig by Mann into the net, however. Bankowski, nice play to get it.
Stayed out. Bankowski could have easily slid under the net. She controlled herself real well there. That's what, 3 stuff blocks now, Ryan. That's what you were saying. What do we need?
That's
I think we've had 3 since that point where we talked about it.
By Brammer, Pollard, and Souza. 3-point lead, the Eagles. Trying to close it out here in game 4. Solberg, these digs are too tight to the net. And what a smart shot that was by Jennifer Niswander. IPFW, they're digging balls, however, tight to the net, trap setting. Lindy Bankowski at 5'4", trying to get up and get those balls. Very difficult. Timeout called by head coach Kelly Hartley. It's 26-22, Eastern Michigan here in game 4. IPFW.
You know what's critical right now? I'm going to give you a positive and a negative, Ryan. First of all, the blocking really picked up, and that's what's really sparked the rally, the comeback for IPFW. What right now looms large is the service error and the overpass. Those are 2 errors that should have been avoided, and those were 2 points for Eastern Michigan.
What can Hartley's Angels do to pull out game 4?
Well, certainly no more unforced errors. They cannot afford an unforced error at this point. Secondly, they have to stay aggressive at the net. They have to control the net. They have to make Eastern Michigan worry about where to set it next.
Jennifer Niswander will serve. IPFW trailing by 4. Souza, Pollard, and Brammer in the front line for IPFW. There's a tight pass. Oh, miss hit. Wagon maker. Pollard can't make him pay yet. There's a nice dig controlled. Tip shot. Niswander is all over the place. And that's a hitting error by Wagon maker.
Viney knows where Niswander is all the time, doesn't she? Sign of a good setter.
Ashley Roth checks in the serve for IPFW, 26-23. A must-win game for the Dons. If they have any hope, there's a dig by Roth in the back line. IPFW unable to take an attack. Free ball. Baltair on the left, and down the line again. Kirsten Solberg and IPFW, anybody playing middle back, they got to take a couple of steps over a little bit more. They got to get that foot on the line to play defense.
Yeah, well, especially when we're blocking angle. We're on rotation defense. You've got to play the ball.
Giving 2 feet on the line, and Baltair finding that niche every time. Tight pass, Roth. That's a better set with 2 hands.
Yeah.
But a better dig by Niswander. Nice block by Jackson. Roth, back set, Souza. Look at Niswander. 17 digs now for her. Free ball, IPFW, transition. Jackson, dug up in the back, Wagon maker. Baltair takes a swing. Everything going right for Eastern Michigan.
I think we're seeing why Eastern Michigan is 14-1.
5-point lead, 28-23 now in game 4. Souza. Ooh, little miscommunication there. Oh, bad free ball pass by Solberg, and even a terrible set. How about Pollard? What a play there by Janelle.
That was her head that took the ball across.
Scrabble play. And a tip on the backslide by Lindsay Piccolini. Finds the mark.
That's what the rotation defense is supposed to prevent. And we didn't, it happened so quickly on transitions they couldn't rotate into it.
Match points now for Eastern Michigan. Roth sets left. Pollard blocked. Out of the back line comes Solberg. She's dug up by Viney. And that shot by Viney out of bounds. 29-24, match points. Yet again for Eastern Michigan. Souza to serve it up. Who do you set if you're Viney? You set the backslide, and that's it. Emily Bush puts the backslide away, and Eastern Michigan, after losing game one 32-30, have come back to win the next three 30-21, 30-21, and 30-24. What a game. Jennifer Niswander, 22 kills, 5 errors. She hit 30%, 20 digs. She's the match player of the game. Emily Bush had 17 kills. Becky Balter, 10 for Eastern Michigan. For IPFW, Fabiana Souza, 18 kills, 14 digs. Kirsta Solberg, 15 kills, 28%. Janelle Pollard, 11 kills for IPFW. IPFW was out hit 21% to 16%. Mark Franke, closing thoughts.
Eastern Michigan is a better team than IPFW, and they showed that tonight, especially at the end when they needed to get the win. Because if they went to game 5, they would have probably felt like they were an underdog, playing on the road, playing after a big win last night. So they did what they needed to do right at the end. We executed fairly well at the end, but we were too far down to be able to come back.
With that loss, IPFW drops to 9-9. Eastern Michigan now 15-1 on the season. At this time, we'd like to thank College 56 production crew, the IPFW athletic staff, the City of Fort Wayne, Comcast Cablevision, the IPFW Learning Resource Center, and especially the IPFW Office of University Relations and Communications for their contributions to this College 56 sports telecast. And a special thanks to Rudy Jovich and his staff for supplying the stats for this afternoon's match. This telecast of IPFW Sports is copyrighted and sole property of the College Cable Access Center at IPFW. Unauthorized duplication, exhibition, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this event without express written consent is strictly prohibited. We hope you've enjoyed this afternoon's volleyball match. Eastern Michigan has defeated IPFW 3-1. Join us again, will you, Friday, October 31st, when Chicago State comes to town to take on the IPFW Mastodons. Until then, for Mark Franke, I'm Ryan Pratt. Have a pleasant weekend, and we'll see you on Halloween night. Good night, everybody.